Hello guys, guess what? Today I'm not alone and joining me is...
Laurencio, or Mr. Bear if you wish.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so Lawrence
I'm the
here.
bear of the house.
I don't wanna get on your bad side, big guy. I don't.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, just look at him. Just look at him, you know. He could just squash me right now if he wanted to. But
I don't want to. Come here, come dude.
yeah, this is us just goofing around. But this guy is my bestest, most trusted friend of the whole wide world. You know, and I just love him to bits.
Yeah, and pieces.
Yeah, pieces. Even though he could squash me in an instant. And today I wanted to talk to you about a thing that came up. Like, if you didn't see, I was at my grandparents' house. You didn't see me yesterday, didn't you?
I did see you.
You did see me. Yeah, he's intuitive like that. He can see me even if I'm not here. I was at my grandparents' house, and that's why I didn't upload anything yesterday. But I'm doing a special edition today, and I think you'll be more
Yeah,
than
he hired
satisfied.
me, by the way.
Yeah, I bribed him with a cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm a quarter Englishman.
And we use English breakfast black tea.
Oh yeah, the best.
Now, today we're gonna talk about something I discovered. The 3 types of instincts and the 3 types of brains we use to make decisions. And what do you think those 3 brains are?
Chicken brain, I don't know, pig brains. The last time I had the boar brain, it was quite delicious if you cook it well.
Filet mignon!
Oh yeah.
Now, basically what we're gonna talk about is the head brain. Yeah, we do have a brain.
Oh, that thing we never use.
Yeah! That thing that... Okay, I try to use it. But
Also.
the emotions, the second brain, get the best of me most of the time. And even more of the time, my instinctual brain, my gut brain, gets the best of me.
If there is one thing I learned in life is listen to my instincts, because that gets me out of situation even when I need to use my head. Basically, my head just does this. Left or right, left or right, left or right, left or right. And my instinct just does straightforward. I get there on time, and I do not need to go like this. Because that's where my head takes me. It complicates things. Well, I cannot say you do not need to use your brain, because it's there for a reason. But when it comes to quick decisions, to things that do not require planning, instinct is the best way to go.
And that's also my opinion. You know, there is this kind of sixth sense that only your gut can give you.
Oh yeah.
You get my feeling?
Yeah, and I got it. I think I got it when I first met you, dude.
Oh, you met me.
Mm.
I thought I met you.
I think it was both of us. meeting each
Yeah,
other.
I think we just both met each other.
If I'm not mistaken, it was in a game house, talking about a card game.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering. Yeah, we both play Magic the
I
Gathering.
just remember he wasn't wearing any clothes. He was just wearing this. A big smile.
So basically, I was just naked.
Well, dude,
I was just naked.
you are smiling with so much efficiency and so much life in you. I didn't look at anything else except your eyes and the way you talked.
Oh.
You got my attention, and actually nothing else mattered.
Though that must have been the second nicest thing anybody told me. Dear, if you're watching this, he isn't better than you, right? Please don't make me sleep under the mattress again, please.
Dude, do you want me to move this chair away?
Nah, I was just kidding around. No. I have a girlfriend and she's just terrific, but she's very kind and warm-hearted and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And no, I'm not a pushover and I don't sleep under her, how do you call it, slipper.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. Am I?
Okay.
Yeah, I am. I am. So I did this test, and they told me that my main instinct is my sexual instinct. What do you understand by sexual instinct?
Well, that's rather complicated, but the first thing that pops up is that thing that makes us separate the girls from one another. I mean, there's one thing to like someone as a person, which is also of the opposite sex, and then again there's that one girl you absolutely go like hoo-ha! And you go after her. I mean, that's what I associate basic instinct and basic sexual instinct with. I don't know about you. You may have a bigger schema attached to it, because I know you complicate things a lot.
Yeah, I have a bigger scheme about everything. Like, he always comes to me, so what are we gonna do today? And I'm going like, what we always do every night, Pinky. We're gonna rule the world.
Yeah, and I go like, okay, you need this, you need this, you need this, you don't have that, you don't have that, and he goes, why are you spoiling my fun?
And I go basically like, yes, daddy.
Hey, you're my brother, not my child.
Yeah, I know.
At least I think you're not.
No, I'm not your child.
Oh, okay.
Now don't get all cocky. Yeah.
You listen to Cousin Vinny a lot.
And to him. And to my intuition. Yeah, so basically what they said sexual instinct was all about was this deep knowing, this deep gut feeling of the chemistry between people. And it can be a positive chemistry when you like a certain girl, or maybe when you like a certain person as a friend, or when you could just sense that a certain person could be a wonderful business partner.
I think you can sense a lot of things just by being in a room if you learn how to control your mind, and you just have that gut feeling in you. You instantly know whether that person is more of I don't know, touchy feeling type, open to discussion, or it's the kind that just says two words, and those words are strictly professional. Then again, there are those type of persons that you, I don't know, the last time I was in a room of people, I instantly had that feeling I had to get out, because there was so much negative thinking there that was, I don't know, devastating. That's a feeling I usually take as runaway sign, because I would ultimately end up just arguing with those kind of people, because they have nothing related to me. If you put a negative type with a positive type, I don't know, glass full, glass empty, they were being in conflict all the time, and I would rather get out and find those people that are like me, and if I can find any, try to make people think like me, but I do not find it necessary to go and force on others.
Yeah, and that's what I like about you, you know.
Yeah, but we have to have the instinct for it, because you cannot change a person's mind if you can't feel it inside. You need to feel you can change a person before you can do it. That's the you need to be compatible. Compatible. Sorry, I'm a little coldish right now.
Yeah, I know. You can go get another cup of tea.
Yeah, I have mine right here. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, so, you know, about what you said, about changing people. I'm not for changing people, but what I am about is bringing the true nature of somebody to the surface. And for that, indeed, you do have to feel in his deeper part of himself. You really have to look into his heart and basically feel there, basically go in there and try to relate to him, you know, on his own level. And you will get a certain, you know, glimmer in his eyes, or a certain kind of smile when he feels deeply understood.
What we are talking about is about that moment before you actually speak to that person, before you find out his or her opinion. That thing that makes you click. I heard a lot of people using this word, click.
As in, we just clicked.
Yeah. that's the feeling. That's the main thing associated with the, I don't know. He calls it reptilian brain. I just call it instinct. That
or gut feeling, and
Yeah.
that's the main thing associated with this sexual impulse. Because when you use the word sexual impulse, it may lead you to just think that it's sexual attraction and that's it. It's not about that at all. It's about you feeling if you are compatible or incompatible with somebody else.
also you mean when you refer to sexual instinct, you don't mean that things that attracts you to a girl or
Not necessarily
two people of the opposite sex. You mean that attraction that occurs between two people. I don't know, it doesn't matter what race, what.
Exactly, and it's more based on value system. You can just feel before you know him or feel during the time you know him that a person you don't really know much about, you've only met for, I don't know, a day, basically shares kind of the same value system you do, and you feel like family, you feel like he's part of your spiritual family, if you will.
Yeah, I understand. So you're concentrating on the concept. For example, it takes no longer than 5 seconds to determine whether you like a person or not.
Exactly.
And it's the same basic instinct that tells you whether you like that personality.
Exactly, it's some form of intuition that you can feel within yourself what the internal structure, what the internal skeleton of the other person is. And next you have the instinct for self-preservation. And I think we can all relate to that. You know, the instinct of self-preservation. And now, what's that all about for you?
Well, I don't know. The first thing I would have to say about self-preservation is your belief system and your basic drives, because that ultimately decides whether you would die for a cause or do something to save your life. For example, if you are captured in a war, would you die holding your secrets, or would you give up your secrets to save your life? Basically, instinct is ultimate about survival, what you do to survive. However, I do not think it's strictly intuition when it comes to basic instinct, because intellect and values affect it a lot.
Of course, of
For
course.
example, for me, it's very important to be a part of society. However, I would choose not to be part of a society I do not relate to. If they do not have my values, I will not be there. However, if I'm in a society I like, they have the same values as me, they do things I like and I consider valuable, then I consider my own self less important than the well-being of that society. I would sacrifice myself for them. However, in the other situations, I would not sacrifice for them because they are not valuable enough.
I get you. I really get you. That's basically saying if the society I'm in shares the same values as I do, basically the society is a grander, more complex and more evolved version of yourself. And in you dying for that society, you don't die for the society in and of itself. You die for yourself. You die for what you believe in.
Yeah, because ultimately, if you die in that kind of situation, you don't really die. Your essence lives on in others.
Exactly.
And it's worth dying for. I don't know. My life is just a blink of time. I do not live forever, and I truly want to leave a legacy when I die.
And this relates to the third instinct, the social instinct, the need to be part of a grander society. You know, basically the first instinct, the instinct of self-preservation, is you with yourself, you living for yourself. The second instinct, the sexual instinct, is you in relation to another person. And the third instinct, the social instinct, is the instinct of you in relation to a society, you know, to some grander version of something.
Yeah, and that's not just about my opinion, just about me. That's a thing that each and every one of you ultimately needs. For example, in prison, it's considered the punishment to be isolated from everybody else, because the nature of a person is to communicate, to talk to others.
So we don't have very much time. Indeed, we thank you for being here, love each other, form societies based on your own set of values, and give each other a hug.
Yep, you need at least 3 a day to survive.
Yeah.